Oh, here's the other thing. It's a lot of times I find that the advice that's given in the Bible is backed up with science. I just happen to find this. Like, here's one example. Um, like when the Bible talks about not having premarital sex, right? There is some evidence that every time you engage in sex, your body's releasing oxytocin, which is a bonding chemical.
Mm-hmm.
And even if you're not a Christian, you might come to the opinion that maybe I shouldn't be bonding with people that I don't want to establish this emotional connection with. And then, maybe I should pick the right person first
I
to
think there
bond
actually
with
has been studies that I think
rather
for
than
women
just bond.
anyway,
Right.
for like the number of sexual partners prior to marriage is inversely correlated to the expectation of how long the marriage will last.
Yeah.
Like
That's it,
I think that's true. I'm not an expert, so someone can correct me if they know.
it's interesting.
Yeah.
But so here's another one. So the Bible talks about being grateful and praising God if you believe in God about, for all of your blessings. Okay, neuroscientists have found that when you speak out loud or you write down, if you dwell on the things that you're grateful for, it makes you more grateful. It actually it elevates your mood and creates that feeling in you.
Because you're
And
reinforcing those pathways in your brain.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, it's good for you.
Yeah.
So even if you're not a Christian, I think there are positive reasons to, you know, I had a gratitude journal that I started a few years ago that a friend suggested, and it's very useful for me to do that, to take stock of what you have to be grateful for. It changes your mood.
Can I save the
So
atheist for just a second who might be turned
yes,
off by the
yes,
Bible? The Bible's right.
yeah,
Let me explain
yeah,
why. Because I actually agree with Carrie that there's probably a lot of truth in some of the, probably not all of the advice in the Bible, like especially some of the Old Testament. Bacon's great, for example. So some of the Old Testament advice maybe not the best, but I think if you look at, if just from an atheist perspective, if you look at the Bible as an evolved set of rules that worked really well to help a culture survive and thrive. Obviously, it did work well because it's still here. So, and other systems, like we don't still celebrate Zeus. Although, actually, I guess ancient Greek mythology did last for longer than Christianity, but whatever. Christianity's still here, right? So we still celebrate it. Or sorry, it still survives, which means it must have had some value, right? Because a belief system that gave you bad advice would die out, right? So that's how I can look at it. Even if I'm not Christian, I can look at it and go, well, yeah, there may be some nuggets in the Bible that have been kind of evolved advice that was passed down that they kind of figured out, like, hey, look, heuristically, this kind of works. Maybe you shouldn't murder people. Like,
yeah.
that kind of doesn't work well.
Maybe you shouldn't.
Right. So, you don't have to like, don't run away just because Carrie said it was from the Bible. That's all I wanted to say.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
We're not a Christian channel. Carter is an atheist. I happen to be a pretty new Christian, so it's okay. You don't have to agree with either of us on those
yeah, I'm just trying to
things.
invite both sides in. That's all.
Yes.
Yeah.